Sure, this car isn't the fastest, nor is it the most expensive or the most reliable or even the best in shape. But I guarantee you that you'll have a lot more fun driving this than you'll find in any other car in any local parking lot. And you have the manual transmission to thank for that luxury. All you need to know is that this car functions the exact same way as a normal automatic. You're just claiming back a bit of control. Now think of a bicycle. Your feet are the engine, the gears are the transmission, and the chain that drives the wheels is the drive shaft on the car. It's the same exact thing. And just like a bike, it's a skill you're never going to forget. I mean, muscle memory, after doing this for so long, makes this a breeze. You'll get the feeling of rowing through the gears every day. There really isn't much to think about. As the engine revs, it builds more power. But when you're at a standstill, you need to build more power to build the inertia and momentum that you need just to get the car moving. Now, just like a bike's low gears, you can pedal as much as you want and you're not going to go very fast. It's the same thing with this. The engine can rev and rev and rev, but it's not going to build enough power to go fast unless you change gears. And that's where the transmission comes in. One extra step, the clutch pedal. This is what disconnects the engine from the wheels and allows you to shift. It's only pushed by your left leg, your right still operates the brake and the gas. Now, as you push the clutch in, it's going to disconnect the actual clutch from the engine flywheel. This is what makes the car actually move. When it's disconnected, the two are able to move separately and independently, and you're basically in neutral. Now, as you let the clutch out, the clutch is going to slowly go towards this spinning flywheel and start sliding across it. And as that slides, once friction takes hold, it's able to take the wheels and you're able to keep driving. Key on, wiggle the gear stick for neutral, clutch and brake in, engine start. And because there's no parking gear in a manual, what you would do is you actually use the handbrake. However, in my car, it's broken. So let's just pretend it's actually working. But if you wanted to use it while this was broken as well, you can also just leave the car parked in a low gear. Now, all transmissions follow the same H pattern. You're going to go to first, to second, third, fourth, fifth, sometimes an additional sixth, and then reverse. To get the car rolling, we'll shift into first, and we'll slowly let off the clutch. Do it too quickly, and the car is going to stall. You can even do this as slowly as you want, but sometimes even slowly letting it out isn't what's going to help. Balancing on the throttle is what you're going to need. What you're going to want to do is slowly let out in the clutch, balancing with a little bit of throttle control. And once you feel that grab point start to hit, you can let go of the clutch and pat yourself on the back. You've now made it into first gear and you're moving the car. But if you want to go faster, you're going to hit a dead end. Right there is the red line, and that's what you're going to hit before the engine has a risk of blowing itself up. You're going to do the same thing, and this is actually going to be an easy process. Clutch in, shift to second, slowly let out the clutch, easing a bit on the throttle. Get some practice with that, and you'll be able to get your shift smoother and smoother, and you just repeat the steps as you go up the gears. Now what if, for whatever reason, you want to stop the car? That's easy. Just clutch in and brake to a nice, gentle stop. If you want to slow down as well with the clutch in, that's totally fine. Just make sure that when the revs get low enough, you push the clutch in so you don't stall. Now, if I'm in third gear, but I'm at a speed where second gear is more appropriate or more effective, what I'll do is I'm going to push the clutch in, shift down to second, and I'm going to give a little blip of the throttle just before I start to let out on the clutch. Now you can do this as much as you want, you're just going to be revving the engine. What you want to do is to try to find the grip point where the engine is revving at the same speed that the wheels would be moving if you were in second. It's a little bit more complicated and it's called rev matching, but once you get the hang of that, it becomes a little bit easier and you're able to save the life of your brake pads a little bit. All of this takes practice, but once you know the essentials, you can go buy a manual transmission car, borrow a friend's, rent one on vacation, drive it as much as you can. Get that practice in. Soon you'll be racing around town like Ricky Bobby or Lewis Hamilton. And at that point, this video will become worthless to you, meaning it was a complete success. Drive safe and drive fast. Thank you.